guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to share with you guys weeks 8 through 10 pregnancy update. I'm going to share with you guys symptoms, cravings, things that I have been doing lately, how I'm feeling. So if you're interested, then keep watching. So we are officially almost through the first trimester. I'm going to share with you guys weeks 8 through 10. If you haven't seen weeks 5 through 7, I could go ahead and link that up for you guys, as well as this is actually my baby number 2. So if you're interested in following along in my first pregnancy, I will link the pregnancy playlist up above where I kind of break those weeks down for you guys, talk to you guys about symptoms, things like that. So if you're interested in comparing the two and kind of seeing what happened first pregnancy versus now, I have everything in that pregnancy playlist up above. So let's just get into kind of the main things that happened weeks 8 through 10. Those were my extremely busy weeks. My son had a birthday party. I went to Florida for a week with my husband, had an ultrasound, and I went on a girls' weekend as well to Charlotte. So a lot of things happened. A lot of things pregnancy-wise happened as well. So let's get into it. I started off by just saying, and I have my cravings and aversions. So weeks 8 through 10 were pretty sick weeks, to be honest with you. So right when I turned 8 weeks is when the nausea kicked in, and got a couple of questions in the last pregnancy update. Yes, I mean I vomited like frequently. It wasn't like I was vomiting multiple times a day. It was definitely once a day. I never really did more than that, but that is enough for me. Like, I don't want to be puking and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would be in the morning sometimes, it would be at night, it would be right after dinner. I was a hot mess all over the place. That's when I contacted my doctor and was like, what can I do? So they recommended me take vitamin B6 and Unisom. I still have not taken Unisom. I was talking to one of my girlfriends here who's also pregnant. I will link her channel up above. And she said she takes half of a pill. So I haven't even opened the packaging because I'm so nervous that I'm just going to be zonked out and not hear my toddler when he needs me. Every now and then he's like has night terrors, needs to pee in the middle of the night, wants a book, whatever. So I just want to be aware of what's going on with him at all times. So I haven't taken it yet, still a little nervous, but my strategy, and that has been working for me, knock on wood, and I tested it with yesterday, still need it, is take vitamin B6 in the morning with breakfast, take vitamin B6 after lunch, and I need a bowl of cereal with whole milk after dinner, like before, like once Jackson goes to bed, my like nighttime snack, have a bowl of cereal. Doesn't matter what kind of cereal. I've gone through tons of boxes. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Honey Nut Cheerios, Captain Crunch. I'm now starting to get healthier and do like Special K cereal, that kind of stuff. So been working on those, but that kind of has been my system lately. I still have the nausea bands that I use every now and then, not too often anymore. I use them a lot though on the car trips. So when I was going to Florida with my husband, I had them on probably majority of the ride. I also had a pillow and tried to sleep in the car. But for the most part, I didn't use them that much. So that's a good thing. With the trip to Florida, I broke out in hives. So we stayed at an Airbnb and they do deep cleaning, that kind of stuff. I put a pillow in between, like just one of those pillows that they have on the beds, like that kind of pillow. And I put it in between my legs because I was not using the Snookle these 8 through 10 weeks. So I put that in between my legs because it just feels better for my hips personally to have something to have in between my knees. I don't know. So I did that, and then the next morning I busted out in hives all over my bikini area, on my stomach. It started like spreading up to my stomach, boobs, back, all that kind of stuff. So I immediately stopped using that. We switched. We actually brought our own sheets, and I was like, no, we don't need them. They should be clean. Should have put them on. So I switched to that, and then now I'm actually not using all of like my Bath & Body Works scented washes. I'm now using this, which is the Vino like Skin Relief body wash, and it has been doing so much better. I'm so nervous now too with going back to the Bath & Body Works stuff, at least while I'm pregnant, and then probably in winter time too, with what happened last winter with me getting eczema, things like that. So I'll be probably continuing to use that. It's a lot cheaper too, so that's nice for the piggy bank. But yes, and that is definitely something that I forgot happened also with pregnancy number 1 with Jackson. I remember we were at Myrtle Beach, and it was in the first trimester too, so maybe it's something just with first trimester, or I don't travel that often, like hotel wise, second and third, but I busted out into hives then too, so not good. That trip too, that was week 8. I was super sick, like I mentioned. That was before I got B6 too, so I spent a lot of naps and a lot of time in bed. I didn't want to eat a lot of heavy foods. For breakfast, we got just a lot of plain bagels that I would have peanut butter on. I didn't want eggs. I didn't want that kind of stuff. And then I would get fruit and granola. And then I snacked on a lot of popcorn, like a lot of popcorn. Craving wise, that I pretty much needed these weeks were Sour Patch Kids. They were really good for nausea. They just taste good, and they were just a craving. So those were the hit in cereal. And then when I was on my weekend trip with my girlfriend, if you are wanting to get a massage, which I booked my massage before I was pregnant, and I was, like I said, like 9 weeks pregnant, 9-10 weeks pregnant, maybe around there. They would not let me get a massage. Like, I walked into the room, told them I was pregnant, and they're like, how pregnant are you? And I was like, 9 weeks. They're like, we can't do the massage. So I was honestly shocked, because I thought it was only going to be a big deal if you were in your second and third trimester. But they said first trimester is the most vulnerable. They don't want to touch. They don't want to deal. Something with extra blood flow and the heat. I don't know. So my girlfriend got her a massage. I went back to the room and just kind of watched Netflix for an hour. It was fine. They didn't charge me or anything, but I want to make sure you guys know, if you want to get a massage, wait till your second and third trimester and get a prenatal massage. I don't know if I'm going to go get a prenatal massage once I'm officially like in the second, third trimester. I might just wait and just get it when everything's said and done. But that is a bummer that happened. But I was definitely feeling better. That was towards the end of the 10. That was towards the end of week 10. I was on my B6, that kind of stuff. I had a whole bunch of snacks. We ate pretty good. Didn't do too much that weekend. It was definitely your perfect mom's weekend when you just kind of lay in bed, watch Netflix, go out to get food, come back in. It was a good weekend. For aversions, I have anything. So I was pretty sick. Like, there were times I would open up the fridge and feel so sick. So one interesting thing that I read when you are nauseous when you're pregnant is to eat more protein. So there were definitely nights that I was trying to, and this was before I figured out the cereal thing, that I tried to eat a protein bar or some kind of like Cliff Bar, or the nuts, like Good and Gather nut bars, which I still eat for snacks. I was trying to eat those before bed and I would still feel sick, but something with the B6 and the cereal is the magic trick for me. So we are in front of the doctor's office now. Isaac came separately, but he is here to see our first ultrasound. Hopefully everything goes well. I'll check back with you guys when I get back in the car. But whew, I'm super anxious, nervous, excited. Let's do this. So we just finished our ultrasound appointment. Baby is growing perfectly at 8 weeks, 2 days. Exactly what I thought it was going to be and I was hoping it to be. So October 25th is our current due date. I scheduled my 18-month ultrasound. Oh wait, I scheduled my 18-week ultrasound. That's when we will find out the gender, if it's a boy or a girl, do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, baby's heart rate was 180. So really happy, excited. Isaac is now headed to work and I am headed back home. Talking about the ultrasound, we went and it took us an hour guys, to get into our appointment. I don't know what was going on. She came out, the nurse came out and was like, things have been happening. We know you're in the waiting room. We're gonna get you. So when we got in, everything was cool, but I was so nervous. Like, the first ultrasound is when you find out if you're having twins, if it's called your viability ultrasound, if like the baby is actually going to be a baby, that kind of stuff, or if you're gonna have miscarriage early on, that kind of stuff. So I was super nervous. It is only one baby, and we were so excited to see it. When we saw Jackson, I think he measured like 6 weeks, but this one measured straight on time. I was so happy. Everything measured out correctly. Everything looked good. Everything with my ovaries looked good. The sac, everything. So that was good news. It was a very good news appointment. A baby's heart rate was 180. With Jackson, it was, I can't remember, like 140 or something. So this baby definitely has a really strong heartbeat, which makes me super excited. And then we scheduled our 18-week anatomy scan. With Jackson, it was 20-week anatomy scan. And then I also, I think, had a 35-week ultrasound because I was high risk with hypertension, which they have not officially made me hypertension yet, but it is something probably next appointment, which is April 30th, around there, is something they'll probably classify me as again. They've already mentioned they want me on baby aspirin, so I get the Bayer baby aspirin. And then if you haven't seen last update as well, where they told me I need to get the McKenna injection, which is a hormone injection so your body does not go into early labor. Start at 16 weeks and it ends at 36 weeks. So 20 weeks, 20 shots into the arm. Not looking forward to that at all, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Well, my husband will gotta do it, but I gotta take it. But I'll share with you guys that adventure for another time when it happens, but I will be taking that. It is voluntary. They are not forcing me to take that hormone injection. It is something they recommend. I did some research and Jackson was born at 36 weeks, so I'm taking it. I also, in weeks 8 through 10, had a full like OBGYN physical, basically. So they took my blood, they took my urine, they checked all over my body, felt my boobs, felt down there, did the full vaginal checkout, all that kind of stuff. Everything came back good. Everything came back good with my blood, my urine, everything like that. So that's good news. Did have high blood pressure. So my dad actually gave me his like medical grade blood pressure machine. So I have been tracking my blood pressure with that at home. I actually tracked it right before I went for that appointment, and it was, what was it, 123/75, and that was like at 10 a.m. My appointment was at 10:30, right? And it was on their electric machine 148 or something. And then I told them about how I've been taking it at home, so then they did the old-fashioned pump up and it was like 135. So hopefully things will come to fruition. I was like, does it even matter if I'm taking it at home? Are you going to trust it, or only your machines kind of thing? Because I don't know if it's white coat syndrome, me just freaking out being at the doctor, or if I do have high blood pressure. And she said right now it really doesn't matter. It's more when I get to the 3rd trimester, especially since I had Jackson at 36 weeks. They're more worried about the blood pressure around that time. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. So other than that, I'm going to get into the questions that I may have missed. Total weight gain, it said like about 5 pounds when I was at the doctor appointment. I have not weighed myself at home. I really don't plan on weighing myself at home. Maybe I should, but I'm not really paying much attention to weight gain. I'm just kind of trying to eat healthier and just stay more active. Luckily, it is spring, summer. I have a toddler to run around, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to discuss that question anymore because I don't know. I'm not checking. Maternity clothes, I am not wearing them yet. I have been buying some dresses, like the dress I'm wearing now. It isn't maternity, but they are bump friendly. So I bought a pink dress too from Target and a shirt I think 2 shirts from Amazon. So I will show you guys pictures of that. I'll have them linked below. But I got a couple of those, but I haven't bought any maternity clothes. I know once I get bigger, I'm going to definitely need to get some shorts, like jean shorts, and maybe a bathing suit. Stretch marks, had them before, no new ones yet. How are you sleeping during these weeks? Not too good. Starting to get better though, and now I am sleeping with the Snuggle now that we are into weeks 11 and 12. Best moments of the week or the weeks, it was definitely going to the ultrasound and having the girls' weekend. That was really nice, and the week away with my husband, even though I was sick that weekend. That was before I figured out B6, but just having some nice vacations was nice. Missing anything? When I was out with my girlfriend, she kept getting like mimosas, Bloody Marys, things like that. So I was definitely missing like a fun fruity drink for like eating at dinner, brunch, things like that. So what I actually discovered, and I have been making them at home now, is pineapple juice and orange juice. I don't know, something about that combination. Every now and then I can put grenadine in it, but it's just, it feels like an alcoholic drink, but it's not. So making mocktails, I definitely need to do more often because I like that kind of stuff. I like fruity drinks, and I could totally do it without alcohol right now. Movement, nothing yet. Gender guess, my guess right now is that it is a girl, just due to heart rate and just a feeling right now. Could be wrong, but yes, right now I'm thinking it's a girl. No labor signs. Talked to you guys about my symptoms already. Belly button in or out, it's actually about halfway. I can tell that it's starting to push out. I definitely think that my body remembers being pregnant, and I feel like I'm bigger than I was with Jackson right now. So that's interesting, but I'm excited to just be kind of wearing dresses a lot this spring, summertime. Wedding rings on or off? Honestly, they've been off majority of the time. Sometimes I do put them on for like special events, occasions, things like that, but my hands have just been feeling so puffy lately, and I know it's only going to get worse with summertime and getting bigger, so I really haven't been wearing it. I told my husband the other day, I was like, you know, I still love you, right? And I'm married to you, and I love you so much. And he's like, yeah, why? And I was like, I'm just not wearing my rings anymore. So they're in a safe place, but I'm not really wearing them. Happy or moody most of the time? I've been very, very moody. Very moody. Like, patience is gone way quicker than normal. Anxiety, stress, like, it could also be because I was on vacations and there just was not a routine with my child. My house was falling apart, but definitely moody. And then what are you looking forward to? Feeling better, not having to take B6, but I'm so glad I figured out some kind of routine with that, and being in the 2nd trimester soon. But that is everything for this update. I'll share with you guys in my next one, weeks 11 and 12. Pregnancy update, and then I will have my 1st trimester must-haves video after that. But we are getting through this pregnancy. I'm super excited. Definitely too, around this time is when I shared that I was pregnant. 8 weeks pregnant when I announced, or 9 weeks pregnant. Definitely a lot earlier with this one than with Jackson. It was just one of those things I was like, if I were to have a miscarriage, people would know. So wanted to celebrate it, and I celebrated early, so y'all are gonna be like, has she had that baby yet? But yeah, let me show you guys a quick bump shot, because I haven't done them lately. So there is the little baby in there, if you can tell. I don't know how well the stripes are doing, but definitely will be wearing dresses a whole lot more. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't keep